we got that camera last night, Tina.
What? Oh.
This is a cool shot here. This is so good one.
I'm just looking out for more.
They got something crazy like this is Angela's camera. They were just all about selling him this other one.
Gotta go a little
The guy at
slower.
Circuit City.
What?
The guy at Circuit City was just all about Angelo buying a really expensive camera.
Yeah.
He was just on him, just trying.
$299 or whatever goes to 4 miles. You're out on that.
Yeah.
Well, they got it. Something was wrong with it. Part of the thing was, otherwise. They took it back and looked at it. Okay, we'll get you another one. He went back about 3 times. They kept messing him up and messing him up. He's going, look, I'm getting tired of this. Gee, you give me the wrong one, it don't work. It's broke. Something broke off it.
I think I remember seeing snow here before.
Yes, we have.
A little bit like the top snow.
And they totally freak out because they're not used to it. There's a traffic jam here.
I was sitting there trying to keep them laughing.
Oh, because you could see.
Well, no, because I knew they were coming. I've known for 3 days.
We had to at least tell him.
Oh,
We had to make sure you were here.
Yeah, you take off and go someplace.
well, my land, we better put another leaf in the table. You know, Steve and Eileen are coming.
Oh, yeah?
John?
When?
For dinner today.
Oh, okay. Well, they'll be surprised,
Way
huh?
too hot.
Yeah, this is like
Compared
summer.
up there.
Yeah. I just,
So how was the drive? Yeah, right.
he says, oh, yeah, they can take it, but I, oh my, boy, you really caught me, didn't you? I just said, well,
We was trying to get here for breakfast, so we didn't make it.
well, yeah, you
Well, I was
should've.
sitting there kind of thinking, I'm kind
Yeah.
of wondering, I wonder when they're going to show up, because you
'Cause I
told me
was
like
thinking 2
noon
o'clock
or
or
after
whatever.
Yeah.
noon or so.
It took the little ones a little while to open up all the...
What time did you guys
Yeah.
actually?
But the
Yeah.
roses just didn't last at all.
Yeah, I think my camera's dying. I took a bunch of pictures and I put it on tape. All of a sudden, where's the sound?
Oh, really? Well, you've had that other one a long time.
I thought it should still work though. The wires are, I think, connected to it.
Are they?
There's something wrong with
Yeah.
Oh, how beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that, no, that lights up evidently.
it. Evidently.
Yeah. Look at
Either
that.
that or you can cook with it.
Yeah, that's something.
Oh, no, I don't think you're gonna cook with it.
Well, it's a bowl. I thought
It's a
we
hot
gotta keep
plate.
it
It's a hot plate,
It's
right?
a full range, 103 wheat hot.
Look at that, isn't that
Yeah.
beautiful? Thank you very much. That's really unusual.
Worms biscuits.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen it.
I haven't even looked at it.
You haven't seen it?
I don't know.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that's nice.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more.
Huh?
There's another
Well,
box
yeah.
down here.
Huh? Well, yeah. My goodness. This surprise, surprise. This is Christmas all over here.
You never know when it's quitting, huh?
Yeah.
No, you sure don't.
Gotta get the last shot in before the millennium.
Yeah, it's gonna be here before you know it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
Oh, man, I don't want to think about it. I'm not ready.
not ready.
Don't have your canned food and water stored
As
up.
soon as we get home, yeah. As soon as we get home, get ready for the party. and-
Stock up on a little food.
Just in
Yeah, a
case.
couple
Just in
cans,
case,
just for
right.
one day, yeah.
That's what I got enough food to last about 3 weeks.
Yeah. You fight the dog for the rest of this stuff.
Oh, I ain't got no dog.
Well, we got
I'll
dog
be
and
eating
cats,
the
so we got the big
cottontails.
bag.
I got the cottontails. If it
Yeah.
gets that bad, I'll be trapping those.
Yeah.
I don't think Fritzy would taste very good.
He won't feed very many.
No.
He ain't very big.
Oh, this is lovely too.
Another one?
Thanks a
Another-
lot.
another
Oh,
bowl.
Karen, where did you find these?
Oh,
Special.
gift
Special
shop.
shop.
You
Isn't
didn't
that?
do your shopping online?
No.
See?
No.
I hadn't had a computer on.
Yeah, I was thinking about something. I brought the other little jar of pimento cheese, and I brought the little dish over that we already had it in, you know, from the other jar. Brought the 2 sour creams, and one was in the bowl, and then we had an extra sour cream. So we're gonna have plenty of
It was.
And John,
Seeing things.
Somebody out there? Might be Karen, might be out there.
Maybe she is.
Yeah, she might be out there.
Well, I guess I'll sit down.
Yo, you got a seat now. You're lucky. You got a seat.
That's not a very good place. It's kind of.
When I said, well, do you mind if we come there,
yeah, or
Marge?
something.
And well,
But
I wasn't.
he didn't say that in front of Margie.
No, he didn't say it in front of Marge.
But you were
But
thinking
while we were
Old
over there,
Baby.
he got me by myself, said, you know,
Huh?
Jim's coming. And then that's when I said, you mind if we come there?
Say what?
He says, no, that's fine.
And then I said, well,
Yeah,
I
but
thought
what-
Margie asked you, and you said she did, and Ronnie thought the same thing, that you were just asking if she could come.
Oh,
For the first time.
Well, I just looked at the little thing. I'm so used to
Give me a
looking
hug,
through
give me a hug.
the thing.
Gotta have a look at this boy when drive there.
I guess, yeah.
I'll see what I got.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. Okay.
Karen, how you doing?
Hey,
Boy, you had a long drive. Didn't you probably just want to sit there and maybe tired of sitting, huh?
Just watch out, you'll go to sleep.
Is that right? I'll bet. Hi, how you doing, Tina? Good seeing you. Jeez. You're pretty tired too. Did you do some of the driving? Yeah. It was. So you all went down in your car?
We drive down there, spend a couple days.
feel, Mom.
I got a friend down there who's had a great big shop.
What? Yeah. Shall I do a close up?
Thanks a lot.
There you go.
Old log cabin and water tower, old gas station.
Hello.
Got an old record runner's got nothing but old cars in it.
Wow, is that right?
Way back up in the hill.
Wow, that sounds
So we kind of did the car show that same weekend.
Get the table.
Show Angela's what he's missing.
So you just look at this little rectangle.
Real neat hotel, we stay at every
Yep.
same place. And it's real neat
Okay.
club. Big, big. That's why I saw that. Right there.
So you can watch where you're going.
ask somebody else now too. How about you, Tina?
Huh?
Would you like something to drink, honey?
Yeah.
We have lemonade.
Oh, are you taking
What would
pictures?
you like, Tina?
7-Up.
Would you like 7-Up or juice?
Okay, where the heck's the button?
But just do it. We didn't stop.
Darn technology.
Darn technology.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty.
Watching some football. Who's winning?
Nobody.
Nobody? How can nobody be winning?
Nothing.
Oh, so they're both losing.
What the half?
They're both losers.
I used to play for the 49ers.
Yeah, she just got me. I was taking a picture of her while she was taking a picture of me.
Good job now.
We haven't heard from you. About it.
Whatever you're doing.
To get a picture of everybody after they're sitting at the table.
Yep. Ooh, that's looking good.
Okay.
Oh, you have. Oh, wow. It's got quite a little screen on the side.
It's gonna have to have your eye to the thingy.
Do you still see? You still have to look through this though to.
You can. Let me put the thing back and you can look through it. Put it in black and white.
It's in black and white, looking through the viewfinder. It's not color like the little side deal. Yeah.
A little TV, and then you can rewind what's in here and play it back from here.
Oh, really? Just like a little television screen then. Huh. That's pretty trippy.
Cooking like that and stuff? You doing the decorations like the like fresh flowers and
They
things
got
like
an
that?
interview Tuesday night.
Has that got one of those
So when do you
for
have to start working on that?
steady, you know, so
Write that down, yeah.
But it's easy.
I don't think I have one like that.
Well, you can make it ahead.
I have some that uses frozen hash browns, but I don't remember any of them ever saying like the cornflakes or anything. And I like that crunch.
Everybody likes the crunch. This is always crunch.
I don't think they do that.
I don't think they do either. Like when Roger Hozier got married.
Roger Hozier, I remember that name. I can't remember who it is.
When he got married, we would always find the people's cars, you know. was always sabotaging cars.
My grandma's house. It's this spare room. Parlor, yes. Bathroom. Kitchen.
I mean, they're coming out of the church, they're walking down, they're getting ready to go.
Get us in action, don't you?
Yep.
Oh, here, Eileen, could you get...
It's my grandma's house. Yeah, I think I need to sleep as well. Some neighbors. The grandma's truck. Some random woman.
Hey, that was a fast trip.
Yeah, the traffic was, moving.
Was it?
Pretty heavy, but it was all moving fast, so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey, we're here again.
Did that take you long to get here? But I missed.
How you doing, Uncle Bob?
Yeah.
God's sake.
Didn't take you as long as it took us.
What's that?
It didn't take you as long as it took us.
Oh, yeah. Can I fix you something? We got...
Not right now. Taking a couple of courses in the evening.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, I guess I have. Then. You threw me off there. I guess I'm
while to figure out that math, huh?
What's this?
I thought he was going to read something for sure. Didn't remember what he wanted to say.
I've got a
Had to write it down.
Yeah, right. Let's see if we can get a laugh out of it. Who's winning, the Lions or who?
The Lions in Denver, and Denver's ahead.
Denver's ahead, right?
Were you watching it at home for?
This is my grandma's backyard. This guy's so pretty. I wish you were here. There's a cricket somewhere. My grandpa. I love lemons. I think those are lemons. Yep. I used to play croquet here when I was little. We're at the pie stage now.
Well, we got a couple more. I need to put some more bulbs in there. Paint them.
What year is this?
1930.
Wow. How long do you
And it
have it?
doesn't look any different than I saw it the last time. These wires are still hanging there. That's where he ended up, working on a horn. And it runs the battery down. I think he's waiting for Ron to do the wood on the top. So he can do the top and then do the upholstery.
Huh.
And that's it. He just got the wheels and tires on it here a year ago or so. Yeah, he's going to do the rumble seat. I guess he's doing the... Well, in fact, I gave him the money for the springs, to get springs on the bottom, and he hadn't got them yet.
Oh.
One of these days, very good time. There's another one of those heaters. Boy, we used to have that out in the desert. That's what we heated the desert with.
Huh. That's familiar.
Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.
So it would rub on the nerve, but to call laminectomy.
Okay,
The
sure.
lumbar
I'll make
area.
another call.
That's so good.
But I've got to write that down. I've got to write that down before I forget.
Jimmy, can you, is this food on that?
I think your daughter's sitting right there.
Is there a
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
I think that was mine, because I think the pizza up to order pizza. This was Tina's?
Huh? That was mine. Maybe.
Right. Kind of like humble.
What did you have? Did you have the cobbler or did you have pie?
I had the
Yeah,
pie.
he's got a knack for being real.
How was it?
Real you, somebody you can relate to. You know, fairly believable. You ever see Philadelphia?
Want some?
The one where she had AIDS.
If I did, I forgot. I could have.
It's a fairly old. I mean, it's maybe early '90s or something when he did that.
Washington, right?
Right? Yeah, he played his lawyer in that film. It was on TV here not too long ago, and I kind of came in and caught the last half of it. I don't think I've ever actually sit down and watched it.
Want to trade?
Yeah. Maybe I better do that.
Merry Christmas, you guys. And Merry Christmas to you, Tina.
What is this, a little sled? Oh, that's a little sled.
We'll be riding on that.
No comment again. You see me sitting on top of that? Thank you so much, you guys.
Wow.
Oh, that kid with the camera there. We're in trouble.
And then you did one, let's see,
Just one cake mix.
mix like yellow or white.
I use
okay?
yellow. Well, I usually use yellow, but you know,
Uh-huh.
if you
And
like
then
chocolate,
you
this
said
you can
like
do that.
2/3 of a cube of butter, and then mix into.
Cake mix.
Don't you have to melt that butter first, or don't you melt it anymore?
Well, you probably do you like use
I
the
melt it.
pastry cutter thing? Is that what you do? Or
Well,
you don't
I
even
just
do
take a
that?
fork.
And you use like
You can
you use margarine, I guess you said, huh?
Yeah, you can use that.
And so you mix that in, and you can add nuts.
Yes, you can add a coconut too. I just added nuts. I didn't have any
Okay.
coconut for this.
And so then you just spread that
You getting sleep coming down
over
here?
fruit, right?
No, it's not
And
with
then
Jim driving.
drizzle
Same
same
amount of butter.
amount.
On top of
I was
it
sitting in
for
the
about an
back seat.
hour.
I take it,
He
he
took
drives,
it right.
he drives like the ticket.
Yeah, I believe it. I rode with him a couple times
But
here.
then I can't see too much. I do pretty good myself.
Yeah, that's ready to pour.
Well, the next time you want to go someplace, he'll say,
in there, didn't I?
You did.
for a
I
driver.
had a good teacher, see?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I believe it.
Yeah, for the, you know,
But we've been doing pretty good.
You're doing pretty good.
I
What does
mean,
that mean?
accident lights.
He hasn't made anything yet. Is that what you're saying?
Aussies, yes.
$3.50
So.
for about an hour.
Well,
You kind of watch
the
it.
good
You
thing
can see
about
when it
Tim
gets
Benderman
brown
is
on
that
top. Depends on ovens and
He
things
wouldn't
like
get
that.
rich on us.
No, wouldn't
And I
make
make
no
that
money
in
here.
The 9x13.
Keep it that way.
I have made that. It's a little thicker sometimes on a smaller casserole. But
Yeah. Well, I'll just be writing here all night, won't I?
We just got it on film, so we don't have Tina. Here, Tina, you got the recipe. We'll just when you get it back, just write it down. Recipes on here.
Because on the recording.
Good.
She
See, we just record them.
I know, I like them too.
But bring him a chair.
That's
out.
a good- that's a
Very
good idea.
stool.
Very good.
Yeah,
Good.
you sure.
Just get them all on there, and you can write them down.
And they start taking a drink, and they'd say 6 months. And they take another drink, and they'd say 6 months. They'd take another drink, and they'd say 6 months. And finally, the bartender said, "Well, what's so wonderful about 6 months?" And he said, "Well, we, the two of us were out there for those 6 months. We put a puzzle together." And he said, "Well, that's not so wonderful. Two of you putting a puzzle together in 6 months." And he says, "Well, it said right on the box from 2 to 4 years."
Isn't that cute?
6
I
months.
think that's a beautiful joke.
Yeah, you can
He
remember
must have
that
been
one
from Oregon,
too.
right?
Please.
Get ready for New Year's.
Well, there's
Yeah.
this
That's
guy
what you make,
taking his
Steve.
German
Potatoes and
Shepherd for a
cobbler,
walk.
that's what we can have.
Sure.
Potatoes
Exactly.
for New Year's.
Walking this-
Enter
The
that.
guy came along walking his
Guys,
dog.
keep us this stuff. You'll have a
So
shirt
the
and
guy
ideas.
started along together, and they were just chatting away, having a real good
Or
time.
any kind of
And so
cobbler.
this guy,
any
from
kind of
German Shepherd, said, "Hey, you know, would you like to
You
go up
guys
here
are
to
gonna be
this
living
bar?"
high
Start off the new year really healthy.
And he said, "Yeah," but he said,
You've really
"You know, we
been
can't
living
take
high
those
on the
dogs
hog
in
this
there."
year.
And he said, "Well, I go in there and I tell him that this is my
Oh,
CNI
I
dog."
watch it. Yeah.
And he said, "Well, does that at work. And he said, "Oh, I'll go in first." He says, "And you wait
That's
while
what I get on
you
the
see
scale.
at work,
First
and
thing
you
it
wait
says,
while
get
you
off.
come in." So the guy goes in with
Or
his
one at a
drink.
time.
Yeah.
And the bartender said,
You must-
"You can't bring
you must
that
have
dog
one
in
of
here."
those
And he said, "Well,
talking
this is my
scales.
CNI dog."
You must,
Well,
you have one of those
He
talking
says, "You go down to the end of the
scales.
bar."
That's
He says, "You just
I
kind of
know,
play
and I
low
want to
and,
get
you know,
one
don't cause
too.
any problems."
Because then, you know,
So
I
the
always
other
have to
guy
say,
comes on here,
Steve,
and
come
the
and tell me what
bartender
this
said,
says. And if I had the
"You
talking
can't
one,
bring
I
that
wouldn't have
dog
to
in
bother
here."
him at all.
And he said, "Well, this is my
You
CNI
could
dog."
just record
And
something
the
and
bartender
then
looked at him, he
just
says, "You
have
mean that chihuahua is a CNI
Junior
dog?"
now.
And the guy says, "Oh, is that what
Whatever
they
number
gave
you
me?"
want.
Yeah, right. Better play this out.
That's the barrier.
That
Huh?
rail, you know, this was like 2 years ago. And I heard that when I was eating my lunch, they were having this sale and there was so much else. So I raced in there, was the first one in line. The first thing I asked for
Yeah, I
was
wouldn't
a
want to
scale.
move all that stuff I've
And so
got.
there were two scales for me. One was talking and the other
I don't
was
think that ever happened.
So I told her, I said,
The garage is too full of things.
which one to take.
Especially
And
now that
then
they
this
added
lady
on.
was standing right there. She said, you take the talking one because it's really nice and you don't have to stoop over and it will tell you, you know
Well,
what it
3 or
is.
4.
So I was debating.
3 cars in a wood shop.
It was costing about
Or whatever it is.
We didn't plan on it. So
Part of it's like a wood shop. I could put a, I've had cars back there
and
that
John
were full
kept
of
saying,
salt.
well, you don't need that. I can tell you.
Yeah, I got some
You don't need that.
salt,
So I let it
rounders,
pass by,
and
and now they never have them. I could send for it, but I'd have to pay more. But I am gonna get myself
Somebody
one.
said.
Well, yeah, I was
they
always
have some
looking
sort
around
of
wood.
a screen that you put
One of the
in front
guys at
your
the shop,
TV.
Yes, I know
the
that
boss,
you
some
have
friend of
that.
his, had done some remodeling on his house, and he said,
Well, it's
I'm not doing that again, Farmer, in my life. He said, that was the biggest job. He said, I'm selling everything I got. He had
Well, you
a
know,
12-inch brand new table saw.
So some
He
of the
bought all
coupler
this
left?
dado blades, molding makers, I mean, every kind of doodad thing. He said,
Yeah,
I want
so maybe that
$250
wouldn't be
bucks
that
for it.
I don't know.
Come get us,
John
I'll
said
take
we
that.
had one out there, and I think he did
Is
bring
Is that
it
the one
in
right
in
now?
our
Is it a
bin.
red, is that mean it's running right now?
But it didn't really make much difference.
Get out of here. The little red light indicates it's
Is that
on.
what that means, Bob?
I thought it meant stop.
I'm sure
No.
we have a lot of things that I was really.
Into the dark blue, had a dark blue top on it.
And you know, they might have one,
He said
have
it didn't
some
really
stuff
come out
like
as good
that
as
at
you would like.
Robinson's
The colors he picked were bad.
selling, you know, because
The
they
top
have a,
color was just too
Best
dark
they have a lot.
for the woody, and the
No,
wood
it's a
ended up a
best
little bit
set,
darker
Bobby
than it
sent
should
me.
have been. I didn't see
Where
pictures
is
of it
that?
totally done.
Oh, it's right in the mall.
Is that at the mall?
Yeah, you see in the mall, they have a
Wasn't all put
Penny's, they have a
together.
Mervyn's,
And then that guy turned
and they have
over,
Robinson's
it went way
Bay.
up the wall.
And maybe Penny's would have some of that stuff, because I don't usually go and get that stuff afterwards.
That's Steve, this is Steve.
No, that's right.
Tell me what you want.
Is that
Bob.
mine?
Yeah, show your fingers.
Mine's, I got my.
You want hers too?
That's it?
That's
You
it.
can inhale that.
That's my
Oh,
little
get that
sip.
camera off. There we go. Red lights on, everybody.
Did you get yours in here?
This is Steve and John.
Steve's worried.
How you doing, Steve? You holding out?
Doing good.
Or we have to pour some out of our glass?
Save a sip for your
No, there's
dad.
plenty, there's plenty.
Yeah, it's
The
funny.
end of it there. So
June's gonna have to put hers back.
Uh-oh, take part of mine.
You got a recess on the bottom of that bottle?
It's just
Oh,
for
Jim,
out.
you're the sweetest thing, you and Corey.
Is it very
You're coming
deep?
down, boy.
How about that?
It's still got.
The bartenders, what they do is they take it like this, you know?
Well, you
They pour
got
that
plenty.
like this.
You got plenty
Oh,
for me.
you-
Yeah.
Wanna get over here?
Boy, a real expert
I
over
done
here.
it a few times, but one time it slipped out, I didn't do it
Your
again.
dad,
Especially when it's full. When it gets
Wait a
up
minute.
near the end, it's
Here's for
easier.
your dad, hon.
Here you go, Pop.
And
But if
Ronnie
you're-
didn't get any, did you?
Where's Steve's glass?
Well, right here, Steve. We got you, Steve.
Are we toasting, Marge?
Yes, I'm toasting.
Okay.
And everybody else can toast anything they want, but
Do we have to stand?
is that? No,
Who's that?
but I just.
That's for Santa Claus.
Where's,
Oh, that's
Santa Claus?
Ron's, isn't it?
No, I got one.
where's the
That's for
little,
Santa Claus.
That's yours.
Everybody got
Oh,
some.
I got one.
Santa Claus can't drink his driving.
where's the little glass that you put the spoon against and click, click, and then
That's
everybody
right
knows?
in your hand.
That's that high test glass, that crystal.
Oh, there you go.
There you go, yeah.
Make it happen, June.
Yeah,
All righty.
there you go.
This is to a toast to this wonderful occasion. We're all together on the last Christmas of 1999.
99.
The last
And we're
Christmas
all
of the
together
20th
having a
century.
wonderful time.
Add anything you want, you
Here,
guys.
here.
Cheers.
So the next 100, huh?
Holiday.
Yeah.
Click.
Cheers. I don't think we're getting a click out of these things. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Okay.
Good friends, relatives.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anybody else
Not
want to
when you like
say?
your relatives.
Neighbors.
They lucky.
Whoever.
Tina.
Click. Click, 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 click.
Tina. All right.
And is everybody else down
Even
there?
our neighbors down, our guys down here, they
Whoa.
didn't know they were.
Whoa.
When they were supplying us with this
Oh,
They
so
didn't
it was
know it.
champagne that they
Huh?
gave you?
Yeah,
She
it wasn't
thought
the
it was
wine.
wine.
See, that's how
thought it
much
was
I know. I
wine,
told
then
You thought it was wine?
Yeah,
She asked me, he says, was that
you're
red or
wondering
white
what wine
wine?
with.
I looked at it, I said, champagne.
Pretty nice.
Well, that's wine, isn't it?
Well, it's wine, but I mean, it's.
Bring up
Wine, is that
another.
okay? But I'm used to
It's only
champagne.
$1.50 for a
Would you
wine,
say
so it
that
must
was a
not
good
been
one?
very good wine.
What way, Brandon?
I don't
I
know.
honestly don't
One half for a quart of wine. He was smart.
It's a champagne, but I don't know.
But I don't drink it.
Can you tell me?
Huh?
I don't drink it very often. I don't know if I
Fine,
know
what?
one from
I
another.
don't know.
It's expensive, but just kidding.
Yeah, I think that's all I've had.
Where's
too.
Karen?
It seems-
Where's Karen?
Come on, get that red
This
light
would
off.
be good for a cold. Take a big glass full of it.
Right.
Knock something out.
Yeah.
Bad words.
There's
Drag
one
the
more
bottle of
card.
beer. Oh,
Because
sure.
after you open it up, you got to drink it all, don't you?
Want to come in here, Steve?
Yeah, you can have some more. This is plenty for me.
No backwash.
Right there, kiddo.
This one doesn't ring a bell.
Well,
There's a kind of
You know them all, Bob?
Asti Spumante, and that's more sweet. It's,
Yeah.
it's
You read that?
it's- No, I said there's a kind of champagne.
This
It's called
is
Asti
sparkling
Spumante.
No, that's not
That's the
sparkling
kind you
wine.
like?
It's sweeter.
Is that what that is?
Oh.
Let's see.
What's good?
Champagne,
It's a
right?
little
Yes.
different.
Oh,
Somebody said it was
I don't know
champagne.
anything about
very
champagne.
Yeah, it is. It's
It's a kind
easy.
of champagne. It's not the brand, but it's a kind. But if it's
Yeah.
a Asti Spumante,
Can I see your camera for a minute?
So you know a
And
little bit
reverse
about
it.
it. You know quite a lot. You do know quite a lot, but you don't know
She
everything
slapped me
about
with
it.
one hand and she picked me up with the other.
Yeah.
That's okay, June.
That's a joke.
Well,
The gal sent
and
that
who
to me.
does?
Kill it off there, John.
You got one of the gals I danced
Squeeze
with,
it,
she
John.
sent that to me.
oh my
It's kinda
God,
funny
I
to
must
go all the way
really
through
look
that
like
thing
I
and
need it.
Good to the last.
You
drop.
didn't drink any of it?
Extreme.
You said it was good to the last drop. You got the last drop.
Okay.
now you need is NyQuil with that, and you won't have any.
Yeah. Cold will be gone.
You'll be gone.
Your throat sounds better already.
Yeah, it does.
I had it once, really. It had the NyQuil stuff.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
You think I did it or the champagne?
Oh, you finally got the
I
top
think the
off?
NyQuil. Bob did. He
Oh, you
figured
finally
it
got the
out.
top off, huh,
He
Bob?
figured it out.
You finally got that
Yeah,
top.
after I was almost ready to twist the cap off of you ruined it, you know, and I finally looked at it closer and I figured out all I had to do is press those two little tabs on the side.
That was
Bottom,
it.
those two
Oh, you're
little tabs.
Yeah.
sure.
Right, didn't you?
But they didn't
Yeah.
have any instructions.
Well, that's like this one.
You just had to
People
do
have
it.
one
Instructions
job
were
where they
gone.
have
Had that indicator there, but the other
They've
no.
got
It
the
doesn't really.
Yeah, you really connect.
back door goes out by
Probably
the
made
garage.
in
The
some
garage
foreign
is attached, so
country
you go out through the garage.
Germany, I imagine, or
And they've
something.
got,
Yeah,
you know,
of course,
just can't get
of
out
course.
there. They got one of these things put on the
Plastic.
doorknob.
Yeah.
And I walked up there, I'm like,
I
you know,
get that.
how do I get out? Yeah, I was
Even
like,
when
what the heck's
you're
going on?
open all the time.
I was about ready to, same thing. And then I realized,
know,
oh, you gotta
German
squeeze
do
it so you can turn the knob.
See, if you're German, you can
know,
that
the
stuff
kids
out.
probably could figure it out, no problem.
Have to
Just
say
need
in words
15
very
minutes.
clear.
June ready to get you.
If it would be in German, it would be very clear.
Of course, yeah. Of course, to you it would be. But I said
No, I
turn it
still
upside
got
down, I would know the
Yeah.
difference.
No, you start
Well,
to
anyway, if
feel
it worked, that's good.
Yeah.
You know.
Whatever
Do
works.
you have some left in that?
Yeah.
Good. You can take some maybe before you go to bed. Maybe by the time you get up in the morning.
Is it community glass or what?
You don't go and take it. Empty it. That's
What
it.
is that? Oh, up tea. Okay.
Tea?
Yeah. Sounds good.
Oh, thank you, dear.
So you can have some more of your carrots.
Is that same brand, Celestial?
You need a napkin over there?
Something?
Yeah, I like those
You don't even have
celestial.
So your
fruit
VCR is not working or you just can't tape?
Thank you.
No,
does
it would work if
it
you
would
knew how
play
to
a
work
movie.
it. But see, Cliff had it all fixed up for
Right, and
us.
then the power went out. It went blank
Well,
again.
yeah, Dad accidentally unplugged it and
See if you can erase it.
you know, if this,
Using that
you know,
thing.
sucks, you have to reprogram it.
Yeah.
See, and so
Which one would you want this
now
time?
we don't
No,
know how to
that's-
reprogram it.
Well, you got a rule book, right?
Well, we do, but these rule books, they,
I
when
don't
they
think
tell
it's
you how to
really
do
that
it,
Can you feel that? See,
it doesn't really.
It's in Greek.
Well, it sounds like it's Greek for people who don't understand those things, how they tell it.
Start. I like that.
But you have to go really slow, follow every little step, just exactly. If you make one little thing wrong,
Yeah,
it
you
won't
start
work.
It sounded like to me.
Oh, dang, well, give me another one.
Right for the last one.
I think I should.
Yeah, well, it just, you know, once you can get it done, and so after we thought, oh boy, we got it, and Cliff had us you know, did stuff,
chocolate, I think.
and then
A lot.
Bill went back there to get something, and he
That's
accidentally.
what, you're supposed to be, you're not supposed to,
And I slumped
by
it.
6 in the evening, you shouldn't be eating chocolate because it'll keep you awake.
So,
Yeah, well, it's like, you go into a hotel, they put the little chocolate in. It's like they're telling you, don't have a good night's sleep by putting that chocolate on.
You want to sleep real good, there's an extra glass there.
I have another air gym.
Well, I do too.
It's already
Boy,
taken all the stuff
We'll have to
out
carry you
sleep
home.
habits,
Oh, yeah.
because
on your back.
it could very well be. I don't know,
You won't ride in the car right now because you have enough riding.
If we have a little.
She
Well,
puts that
around
on
the
the side of her bed, and she has gum in it.
Yeah, that'll.
When she
Bill,
feels
you
like-
choose to gum?
When she chews the gum, when she gets tired of chewing, she puts it back in again.
There you go.
That way that stuff lasts her about a week.
Yeah.
With all these storytellers around here,
I mean, you might be the exception, I mean, maybe you just have a good sleep habit. Most people,
when I wake up in
caffeine.
the morning, I have to have coffee.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, it's like not even, it's not, the caffeine doesn't really do anything, it's just kind of a
Ritual.
You think it doesn't do anything?
I don't think, I mean, I think it's more like the, going through the motion of
The habit.
making coffee.
Well,
and
that's true. I
drinking
think a lot of things are habitual, no matter what you do. If you
Yeah.
do a certain program
Yeah,
at a
but I
time,
can
yeah.
drink coffee at night and I'm like hot.
I used to be like that too.
I used to be too.
Yeah, a couple of cups
But
of
not
coffee
anymore.
wouldn't faze me,
A lot of things change as we come.
Or you cut it totally
Yeah.
out, or what?
Oh, no, I just don't like to
Right.
drink a
Yeah.
lot of caffeine.
Used to be able to do a lot of things.
Yeah, right.
Decaf later.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well,
just
they-
in
they
case.
sign them.
Yeah, but
Sign
you
them
know,
all
decaf
in.
isn't any better than the real coffee.
No
The
checks
decaf
cashed.
isn't really that good either.
We don't cash checks,
Well,
we
it
used
still
to.
has caffeine
Yeah.
in it,
Yes.
but not as much. Yeah, I mean, some people would kid themselves. I
We
guess,
buy
but it
junk,
still
we
does
sell
have
antiques.
caffeine.
What?
We buy
Yeah.
junk,
But I
we
can tell. I
we
can't
buy
tell
junk,
the
we sell
difference when I drink
antiques.
it, but I can kind of tell the difference if it's caffeine or decaf afterwards because it kind of hypes you up. You get kind of hyper.
Isn't it kind of this?
Like we all have any problem
Yeah,
with
right.
that.
We don't need any help.
I don't think we need anything to hype us up, do we?
No.
No, when we all get together. Well, we have a good time anyway, so. Anyway.
Yeah, there's still food left.
Yeah, there's-
You can have ham tomorrow, Jim.
Yeah.
Ham sandwiches.
Ham
Then you can go down and get taquitos. Maybe you can take a slab of ham and roll the taquito up in it.
Question.
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
We just
know.
eat more.
Where does that come from?
Japanese
No.
That was the champagne that went
Could
right
have
to your
been.
head.
Yeah, that half a sip I got before I spilled the rest of it.
Oh, you spilled it.
Put some more rice in it, you twist that, and there'd be
There's
around his
another
neck.
whole
This
one
is
over
true
here.
story.
I don't need it. I don't need
And
it.
that's
I
what
gotta
put it around
drive
his neck.
too.
So when he got hungry, cut one of those off for lunch, and he'd eat that rice, and then maybe supper come along, maybe be hungry to eat two of those, and that's how they kept the
Yeah.
Japanese army fed. Those doggone rice.
Oh, that's
Sausage.
a really
Sausages,
good
well,
idea.
sausage was just all
Oh,
rice.
man, there are some people, I was just telling
Where'd you hear
somebody,
that,
just
John?
keep crossing off.
Yeah,
crossing off
it's
the
almost
address.
like in the pages fall out.
Yeah.
And it's true. I got it transcribed as you put it out.
Well, they had to find a way.
It works, yeah.
Finally got
Yeah.
these little narrow
Well,
strips
you know,
like
they didn't have to make a fire or
Yeah.
open a can or.
the one that
Yeah.
gets that trays down.
Like a Snickers bar.
Yeah. Because you rewrite it like it's in there.
Because it takes up a page and there's so many of them on there.
I know.
Well, Doris, it's like crossed off, now it's written on the top of the sheet, on the corners, on the side, and then their son, the same address,
Yeah,
crossed
I've got
off.
it like
They
that.
move so much, and it's just ridiculous.
Write it in pencil.
Well, that's
For those
what I was
people.
doing,
Just
but
relaxing.
Yeah,
over
writing
there.
in pen.
Before you drank that,
No, I was all wound
Well,
up.
and not only that, the
We'll get
pencils,
unwound.
sometimes
I'll
I
take
can't
that
see
home
it
with
too.
me.
They're just not as-
Is that why you write in pen?
You better get it over there in front of you, John.
Right.
Here's another great big one for you.
No, I want to
He's got that so you put your gum in it,
Where's the
Jim.
book?
He wants me to keep my gum preserved.
Well,
Is
see,
that
what
it?
I do,
I always get a fresh one when I want it
All
to.
my
yeah.
address and
I'll
phone
take that one
number,
off the
so then-
bedpost.
And then I print out
When
a
I was a
page.
kid, I used to
you know,
stick
with
it on the
phone numbers.
bedpost.
After a
You know, I used
while,
to-
people change.
I
I
used to
reprint
put it in
a
rock.
whole new
Right.
page
It's
and
come
use
that
that,
often.
so.
Oh, you had to save it.
Yeah, we put it on there, and then say we just pick it up to start the
Yeah,
chat.
I
Put
took,
it on
Stick it on
the
the
bed.
put
bedpost.
recipes on there.
Oh, wow, yeah,
I don't know
right.
what it was during Depression days.
I'm not the recipe
Things like
collector
that,
like
right.
you.
Yeah.
Now we chew it for
I'm not
a half hour and throw it away.
My brother just explained it to me.
Did he?
We know what it's like.
By saving the gum and everything else you saved.
Sure.
Yeah, you
Well,
see?
probably worse than what's over here.
Yeah, well, it probably
That
was.
thing is taking a picture of all
That's
that.
it. Yeah, it was,
Sneaky
things
guy.
have sure been a long
What
ways
time
from
is it?
those old days.
Are you filming?
He's gonna put his back.
What?
When did it sell it?
Better than that by now.
6:44.
He's got it on the
Yeah, pointed at somebody else for a while, but you know, having fun out
I didn't do
there.
that to
Why'd they
it.
go for lunch?
No, but, yeah, I remember the finger thing, but I don't remember.
Sounds like Tim on tool time.
Yeah.
I think you told me
I thought
something
I
like
did.
that over the
No,
phone.
never
But that was quite a while ago. It seemed
More
longer
power.
than 2
No,
months
nothing in his
ago.
hand. He was up there nailing with
Longer
the
than
nail
2
gun. He has,
months
one
But I
that shoots a
remember
16.
Something about him getting hit on the head with the board, and I said, well, did he have to have stitches? And he
Sometimes
said,
it's
well,
double
I don't
shoot.
know if he had stitches.
Well, he had his hand holding the board, where he was shooting.
Yeah, that was a
It
while
went and
back.
shot the nail up, and then it double shot
But
and jumped
longer
up
than
and
that.
shot a
I
nail
had
just
worried
boom,
about
right by the edge of his
sometimes.
finger.
Somebody even
Oh,
Jewish, he
Into
was.
the bone.
Yeah,
Good
far
thing he
away
had
from
a
house.
So he had to
claw
go to the
hammer to put
hospital.
that
And
nail
when-
out of
when-
his finger.
And when
Yeah.
you're out there by
That same day I
yourself,
hit him
if
in the
something
board, the head
happens
with
and you
the
fall
board.
and nobody
He had
knows.
this
My
Mexican
working
guy
was,
that
you
was
know,
out there, doing the
power
general
tools and
labor
things like
stuff.
that.
He was
Yeah.
up on a ladder in the front of the house ripping off
And you know,
stuff.
Johnny Fleur
And
cut
he had
his
to kind
whole
of a
thumb
precarious
off
place,
with one
and
of those
he came
saws.
back at one point.
Yeah.
And Ronnie
The
was
thing at
telling
the
us
ladder
about
just
his
slipped
how
out,
his
so he
cousin-
smashed up against with his face,
Yeah.
against the,
Yeah.
beat
But the
himself
one
all
time
up.
he
He was
did have
bleeding
that.
all over.
See, the
And then
Boston
later I
out
hit
there.
Mike in the head with the board.
that's what brought me
And that
over.
same day I did something to me that wasn't pretty much. Yeah, that I don't know, the biorhythms weren't working or something.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you work things out.
Did
whatever
Mark,
happens.
did old Mike cuss a little bit, or?
No.
He just said, "Oh, there's sure a lot of blood around here."
Wonder who's it is.
I was more upset about it than he was.
Oh, I'm
you know,
sure.
it is,
You don't like blood, do you, Ron?
He tells
No,
a
I don't
different
like
story.
blood. I don't want to hurt anybody either.
Oh, no.
Especially when it's your own.
You don't hear Mike's story, he probably says, he's upset.
Well, yeah, you hate to think about
Yeah.
hurting somebody.
He had stitches, I think. Or what's the difference?
Somebody said
you're
100
thinking of those
stitches the
butterfly
first
stitches.
one. They said he had 100 stitches.
Oh, the staple.
No, these were actual
Tina
cat
knows
gut or
all
whatever
about
they
the
make,
difference.
whatever they, plastic or nylon or whatever they
Because
are.
she's had them.
They
She's had different kinds, huh?
Yeah, no,
One in
he
the
actually
nose
had
or something.
sutures.
Didn't she
It
have to
wasn't-
have her
it
nose
wasn't,
stitched
the
in her head?
staples.
In her head?
What happened?
I was thinking something on the nose.
She had an accident with a car.
Where did they put those on you? Oh, really?
They called us up from the hospital and
Yeah.
told us not to
The
worry about
staples?
it.
You had the staples?
Yeah.
Wasn't as bad as it
They put them on
sounded.
people's stomachs too. They staple them together.
Greggy, when he had his appendix out, had
Well, might be,
staples.
yeah.
Where's that?
Bug that Cliff had.
He staple everything nowadays.
When Greg had his
Yeah, probably
appendix
so.
out,
Huh?
he had, when Greg had his appendix out a long time ago, his first thing, he put staples right on it.
Is that right?
And we're going across this
How
one
long they
bridge,
had
and
that
it
thing,
kind
Jim?
of goes off to the left.
But I have my
Not
call
mine.
done, they put a button on
mine.
the place.
It's more like 35, and
It's a
it
printer.
rained
It didn't work out very
overnight,
good, they
so
were
we
trimmed.
I hit
They
a
never bigger start than I did something wrong with it.
Yeah.
You're like, most
Yeah.
used to correct, differently
Well,
when you
they-
start to lose
different
control,
doctors
and I
do
just
different
wasn't even
things.
used to it. So all of a sudden I'm just like sliding, and I have no
They
idea
just
what's
taped yours,
going
didn't
on,
they?
So I just kind of like, I don't
Oh,
even know what I
did they? Yeah.
did. All of a sudden, like,
When I had my
not
back
worried
surgery,
about
they
that.
just put tape
I'm just
on the
enjoying
outside,
no,
but they
she
sutured
got like
the
a scratch
inside,
in
you
her
know?
arm,
Well,
but
that's
the
what
car
Steve
like
was when
smashed
he had his
into the
gallbladder done, they just put tape on the
into
outside.
the
Yeah.
concrete
Sutured the
divider
inside.
thing there, and like the
But
force like
different
kind of
doctors
threw
do
me
different
out.
Yeah.
things in different
Well, they help
Do you
you
have
check
it?
it, they change every
You
year.
weren't wearing the seatbelts, I take
Didn't have a
it.
seatbelt.
Well, really, it's that old, huh?
And
Right up on all the new
So
things.
how'd you cut your head? Just hit
so
the
I
pavement?
fell on my head. I said,
Yeah.
Well, they get all the,
feet.
the AMA,
And then, like, I never
they get all
lost
these
consciousness.
magazines
I
out
stood
of
up
show
and I
off
was
all the
walking
latest stuff, and they
around.
subscribe to
Then I
that,
fell over.
and hope they read some of that.
Concussion or?
Oh no, I didn't have a concussion.
Probably some are more conscious.
Yeah, but
They don't have time.
I went into shock a little bit.
Well, they
because
should
I had
take
like all this
time.
blood, and I didn't realize it. I was kind of like,
Week off and read it.
that's like my
I
head
don't
just
know.
covered with this.
Just like
I didn't know
everybody
what
else.
when you
Some guys are
scratch
really
your head, there's
conscious,
so
and
much
you know,
blood.
no matter what you're, a doctor, whatever you are.
Sometimes aren't as good as
But and then like the
So
next
that's
day,
what
because
they
they thought
did.
because my
They
windshield was
test about
smashed
so
on
many
the
people have
passenger
to,
side. So we thought they
you know,
chlorinated
the
the
AMA
head.
itself doesn't let a lot of
And
these
the
things
windshield
go
was
through, you know, in the
So
drug.
this
you
week he was
know.
yeah.
We were waiting at Thomas'
I didn't
friends.
move
They
around.
approve of all this stuff before
Because
they
our friends, I had made 2 lasagnas. We were waiting for them to come home with their girlfriend. Here we get this phone call from the
Oh, we
hospital.
were having a big dinner. That's
I think
right.
it's her calling the hospital code.
I love it.
Says it doesn't sound as bad Yes, it is. She is a
Her daughter took it, and her little boy was born, you know.
Yeah.
That was John and Kathy?
With their no arm.
Yeah.
It's like you
John and Kathy, that's right.
It was from all that.
It's like, you know, what, gotta
We're going to eat dinner, see you later.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a camera in my back.
They clean up when you leave.
Sometimes they catch so many people and nobody has a
Sitting in the
problem.
hospital
Let
bed.
them put them down.
Pictures of my head.
He did, yeah,
Well,
he
it
did.
takes a while maybe for certain.
Yeah, Tina,
That's true.
tell them about your
That's
friend.
Jim.
Her wallet fell out.
Walk in the dog.
Oh, that's right. That's
Tell them
right.
about that part.
According to her wallet like somehow like fell out of the car. Or
It
whatever.
had about $100 or
Oh,
something.
that's
Yeah, she had like
Yeah.
it was,
$80
it was
she just got
sitting
paid.
like on the freeway. They were like on the on ramp.
Oh, really?
So they drove by looking for it. And
The
they, like,
next
found
day.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
And they found it.
Yeah.
Next
We went by the next day and I
Well, it's
thought,
not in a spot where anyone could really stop to like,
yeah, it's on the
or would
freeway.
even see it.
They
So
saw
they
it
found
though.
it?
And we went by on the freeway and saw it and thought, hey, there's that blue wallet. We kind of looked up by the fence and looked around and thought, oh, it's over there. So we had to go back, get on and go around, get back on. And then we kind of set it a light downtown and kind of waited till it, okay, we held the people up till it turned red and I shot off through. And so there was nobody behind me and went by
The
over the
door
door and
picked
just
up the
scooped it up.
And that was Tina's wallet?
That was her
No,
friend.
A friend. Wow, that was really nice.
Yeah, the ambulance came and they took me to the hospital and they had to like shave like a little bit of hair off here and that. They took like, and I wasn't feeling it.
What are you doing, loading her
But they
up,
put
Ron?
like,
Yeah,
they
we're gonna
numbed
hit the
it up
road here.
in the needle. And it was weird
Hit the
saying
road,
it.
Jack.
The road
And then like,
jack.
also
never
like
come back
stapling
no
my
more,
head.
no.
Like,
Oh, no.
it sounded like it, it felt like it. Are you stapling my head? It's like, yeah, kind of. It was the weirdest thing. They had a little Frankenstein like zipper in my head.
You get a bolt for your neck and everything.
And I called like my work. I called my work. I'm like, I'm like, for a while, you know. And
I think I got a headache.
They didn't really believe me, and so I showed up, you
And we'll have
know,
a hopper. It'll
like a
be
couple of
St.
days
Mark's
later, you know,
tomorrow.
and I'm like, you know, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah,
moving
yeah,
around
good
too
luck
quick.
We'll see.
And it's like,
I
well,
got
what
your
happened to you? Like, so I told the story. It's like, you know, I'm gonna see it. Like,
wallets,
you know,
keys, and glasses. What else do I need?
show them like the staples in my head.
I got those.
Did they use a
Got a
staple
foot for
remover
the
to get them
clutch
out or
and
what?
one for the
No.
gas.
That's what hurt. That's like, you know, that was like a.
Okay, well,
Well, what time are you going to be back?
what time am I gonna be back?
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
tomorrow.
This is
I'm
it.
not coming back here tomorrow.
Oh, you're not coming back tomorrow. I thought you were coming back tomorrow night to go
I
golfing.
am, but I'm not coming back here.
Oh, you're not going to be back here.
Coming to Mount Baldy.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna stay with my buddy and we go golf in the morning because it's fairly close.
Oh, okay.
Malone area, so.
Oh,
This is it, buddy.
okay. Well,
Well, you better get
have a
it.
good trip, huh?
Short but sweet.
See you next fall.
See you next.
See you next year.
See you next
Who knows,
You
huh?
never know.
Remember.
Yeah.
Take it a moment at a
In
time.
June,
really.
it's
They're
Mom.
really.
Tell
Hey,
me
you know
about
what?
going
Dad, but I'm
Hey,
gonna
Ron, see you next century. How about that?
There you go.
Century.
That's what my dad used to say
Yeah, that would
every
be great because
Christmas.
it would be
Well,
big
I won't
dollars.
be seeing you
Oh,
kids
they
till
always
next
keep
year.
it
And we'd say,
crazy.
where are you
They
going,
have a
Dad?
I'm going to bed. I'm going to get up tomorrow and see you in the morning.
Quite well, and the last few times I played has been
I don't think I'll even hear all this shooting stuff going on
mainly
tonight.
go out and have fun. So.
You know, we don't hear that much anymore around here, do we?
But this year, they got fireworks stations.
Yeah, I'll see if I can figure out a little time to get down. Most of my jobs, unfortunately, are always in, different directions. But one of these days I'll
for
just
the
go
new
there.
Yeah, they're gonna be a big celebration
It's so funny to see fireworks stands.
at this time of the year.
Yeah, this time of the
We
year.
haven't seen them
I
yet.
haven't
You
seen
haven't
it.
seen any?
I haven't seen any either because I don't see well.
They're gonna do a lot in our city.
Well, they're putting on stuff that they're putting
Won't be too
on.
bad.
No, they said you can go and buy.
Well, I don't think they're doing that up there.
Yeah, they're right down here.
Because
They're
of it
around.
going into the
You
new
heard of that?
century, that's why.
Okay,
Fireworks
take care.
stands up in Oregon?
Take care, Bob.
Take
Good to
care.
see you.
Drive careful.
Merry
Fireworks
Christmas, yeah.
stands
See
now.
you, old hippie.
Take care,
Bye,
Ron.
Ron.
Drive safely now.
Okay. Well, take
Thanks for
care.
dinner and
You're
everything.
welcome, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, brother.
Got in on the party,
Don't,
boy.
don't let the police smell your breath on the way home.
Oh, I think I
You
had
say the
about a
police or the
sip.
fleas?
Listen,
Oh,
Fleas, I got more problem with fleas than the police.
if you see a car come along and one of the lights is out,
Right.
be sure you're gonna be on the right way, you know.
Oh, next time, I'm trying to remember
I
that.
said police.
Okay, well, have a safe trip then.
I will.
Yeah, be careful, Ron.
Good to see you, Ron.
Take some food with you.
Take some food, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, take
Bye,
care, Ron.
Ron.
Otherwise, you gotta eat it all.
Bye, Ron.
Have fun.
Happy
Enjoy
New
Olvera
Year.
Street. Eat
Yeah, oh, yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
We will.
Tell me you're not filming this. Dad.
One last on the
What?
group here,
Yeah.
doctor,
Canada
because
way.
he was impotent.
No,
Impotent.
impotent.
Impotent. Let me say it my way.
Okay.
Impotent. And then,
Okay.
so they said, well, why did you wear a
This is where it's
tuxedo?
done for, isn't
He
it?
said,
All
because
paper
if I'm gonna be impotent, I wanna look impotent. He made it like important, you know.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of cute myself, but you were,
Everybody
you
person-
thought, what's Kelly saying?
I gave her a courtesy laugh.
About the guy that had the potatoes supposed to be.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah, that was-
You heard the potato one too. I'm sure you.
Jimmy, have you heard the potato one?
He didn't want to hear it again.
Jimmy would want to hear it, but Karen might not want to. Karen
Go
might.
for it. How do you know?
I don't know, I said might.
Why just go
Put
for
that in
it?
your ear.
Why?
This paper.
That's okay.
She said she don't care. Go
Let's
ahead.
hear the
She-
potato
She
one.
wants to hear the potato one.
This is where I came in.
Well, I guess we'll leave now.
It's a good joke.
So,
John likes all
Who
of
is telling it now?
Nobody's telling it now. Everybody got scared out.
Dang that guy, I'm
John
gonna
will
put sugar
tell
in
it
your
to you.
camera if you're not good.
Done all the
I'm not
time.
putting sugar in your gas tank.
Little girls, that's nice. No, you want that.
Yeah, put a mask
That
over
over
there.
it.
I thought you told
I'd like to know how white.
When I took you down there and you were really young and I said, oh, I don't think I better take him, Mom. She said, you take him.
Get him out of the house,
I
right?
said, yeah, and I said, well, Mom, he won't do it and he's going to cry. And she said, oh, no, he'll be fine. So I took you in there and sure enough, in a little while, there you were crying up a storm and I'd run out of the movies and take you home before I could get back to the movies again.
It was over.
Did they let you back in?
Oh, sure.
Kept your
because-
stub.
No, I mean, they knew. I just said I had to take my little brother home. They said, okay.
Yeah.
That's a likely
Come
story.
back. And it's a true
June, you
one.
told me that story.
We heard
You
that
said
one before.
They had a train coming
get all three of my
towards
siblings in that
like
way.
a cereal.
We used to let everybody in the back door with the drinks. One guy go
Oh, no,
inside,
I
you
don't
go
remember
back
what
behind
he
the
was
drapes,
crying about, but
walk
he,
down an exit.
you know, maybe
open the
at
door.
that time you remember
come
that more
running.
than me, but I mean, he got scared and he started
Yeah,
crying.
he did.
Less like he buried his face in Mother's
Down
fur
on
coat.
Whittier Boulevard,
Yeah.
the Garmar Theater.
Remember that one?
Oh, I remember the Garmar
Remember the
too.
Garmar?
That's where you
Those
kids
stories
hung
that
out a
come
lot.
from memories of childhood.
The Untouchables, when that show first came out, the movie or something, they
Yeah.
were playing down there one time. One of the guys had a 36 Touring, all stock in high school. Got a bunch of guys dressed up
Oh,
in
dressed
gangster
up with the
stuff.
oh, yeah.
Got a cap gun, machine gun.
Was that right?
Placed a couple guys in a line, you know. When we drive by and start shooting, you guys fall down. They come by, these guys are falling all over the place. People are looking at the line like, what?
Diving behind cars to run ahead of.
Kids,
I mean, they-
do that nowadays?
Oh yeah, that was the first drive-by shooting.
You know, there was a while back. Remember that movie came out?
It was a film they were taking.
Was it a chainsaw movie or something with the guy with the chainsaw?
Well, they were playing the Untouchables or something
Yeah.
there, and the people were just
Yeah,
waiting to
something
watch
like
the
that.
show.
Remember that? Well, I remember somebody with that Chainsaw Massacre movie. I never seen it,
Yeah,
but I heard that somebody in one of the theaters, where the thing had gone on, you know, and it was just near the end or something. The guy come running up from one of these tunnels and cranked up really cranked up
chainsaw.
and started revving that thing, and there was a stampede. Everybody about killed each other because they got a nut, you know.
Uh-oh, somebody's
Somebody's
doing
going
this.
postal.
Yeah, I mean, I think they arrested that guy for whatever reason, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of charge they get. Yeah,
Disturbing
No,
the
what the
peace.
reason was he had no business doing that.
Probably disturbing the
Saw a limb or two.
You know, went down that little Dale Theater too. You remember that little door that was on the back? You remember that little door on the back of our theater at the Dale Theater?
Yeah.
It was the exit?
Yes.
Well, sometimes like somebody didn't have their dime and then we would go in there
Yeah,
and
we
open that
was,
door and they'd come
we
in.
were just
the-
talking about that. Yeah,
Oh,
we used to
wasn't
live
it
guys.
nice?
I remember the temple. You remember the Temple Theater? That was on Brand Boulevard, and it was you walk in. It was the theater was on the lower level, you know. And they had offices up above. That Temple Theater is still there, but now they have stage shows there. But we used to go in and you could go up there. There were offices up above this, you know. It was like an 8 or 10-story building or something. And then we get in like we're going to one of the offices, you know. Then you go up 3 or 4 stories, you know, and then come back down through the stairs and then you go
Oh,
into
then
the
you
balcony.
get in. Yeah. Kids
Yeah.
have a
Oh,
way
yeah.
of working things
And then
out.
remember Clifton's?
Clifton, sure, downtown.
Remember,
We
used to
always
go in
used to
there
go down there
with
every
kids.
Easter.
You remember that fountain with
Yeah,
the
and the
green
Hawaiian
Kool-Aid
thing.
and all that stuff was always running?
Oh, kind of.
You remember that vaguely? Anyway, the fountain and everything. We used to go in there and we'd buy something, you know, like one check or something, and then we'd go back and get something else, right? And then we give them the lowest price check on the way out, you know.
Usually they
Oh,
stay
we
for
were-
too.
We were rowdy, ornery kids.
Yeah, we were rowdy.
Melvin Coleman, remember Melvin Coleman?
Yes, I do.
He was the guy that was always thinking this stuff up. When that's not like
it's
a
all
good
his
idea.
fault, right?
Yeah. He was the most
He was
adventurous
good on-
guy I've ever known.
He would take a risk, huh?
He was,
And you guys would run
he
right
was the
along with
craziest
him.
guy. I mean, he would go down into Baja on a motorcycle by himself Way back before, that was way back many years ago when hardly anybody went down that far. With a 5-gallon gas, well, I don't know how many gallons, but a few gallons of gas on his motorcycle, and he'd go down there, man, he just said it was great down there. Everybody treated him like royalty down there.
You know, I remember.
I mean, all by yourself.
Back in the 40s or?
Oh, yeah. Like the 40s, yeah.
I remember the time, Bob, when you 3 kids were sitting in the car, your little car that you had down by O'Reilly's drugstore,
The Model A.
and the cops went by, and they were saying something to you, and you went
We were
like
giving the
that to 'em,
raspberry, yeah.
and they came right back and said, "Who did that?" And you all looked at one, "No, it wasn't me. It wasn't
Did you
me."
do that? No, I didn't do that. Did you do that?
Then you ended up taking you to jail for your birthday. You had to stay there.
No, that was a different
That
one.
was a different time.
That was a race, we were racing.
Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah, but up by 44, and we were racing another guy, and they pulled us over, and they said, "You're racing." I know, I just trying to get around that guy, and he kept speeding up. So I just kept speeding up and trying to get around him,
I never thought of that.
They're looking like,
That's
just
good.
think we're gonna drink this up, kid, you're crazy. So I had 2 other guys with me, and so they wrote us up for racing, and we went to court, and my, Dad was with us when we went down. There was Frank Zimmerunstein, and who else was with me then? Oh, Sam Dianito. He was a...
You guys all went to jail for overnight, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, we went down, and there was another guy that was a motorcycle guy, and he was deaf and dumb. Maybe not so dumb, but deaf. He was kind of dumb too, but in those days they said he was deaf and dumb, but if the guy couldn't hear, he can't hear,
If he
he's
was
dumb,
deaf,
right?
he was dumb, like he had something to do with
Yeah,
it.
but he was on a motorcycle. I guess they had chased him, all over town because he couldn't hear him. He had a siren going, oh. And then he was in court about the same time we were, and he went first, and there was something else, and they put him in this little jail alongside the desk where the bench there, where the judge was. And then out of the 3, I went up first, and I was the oldest of everybody there, and I was the driver. And so anyway, I told him what was guilty with an excuse or something. The excuse was we were just passing the guy, when he started going faster, and I trying to get around him, and they said, "That's what happened." And we weren't racing. We were going to lie through our teeth.
You had that all figured out.
Huh?
You had that all
So I said,
figured out.
anyway, they said, "Yeah, we can't believe it." So they put me in this little jail. You could see everything that was going on, And then Frank comes up, Frank Zimmerunstein, and they tell him the same thing and everything. So they put him. He said, "You are instigating this race." They said he was an instigator, like an encouraging me to drive this race. So we're both in this little jail. We're watching. Here comes Sam Bianito, and he comes up to the guy and starts talking to him, and he says, he was going to do the same thing with him. And he said, well, I got to call my teacher first and let him know I'm not going to be in school. And the guy looked at him and said, "How old are you?" He was 16 or 17, I can't recall. 17, I think it was. Oh God, oh boy. So and he said, "Okay," he says, "You can check in on the weekend, and come to school and get for 3 days. They could put him in jail for 3 days." And so and we said, well, Frank and I said, "Well, how about us? How about us?" Okay, let him out. So they all check in on a such and such day for 3 days. So we had to go to jail for 3 days in the big tank that they put all the drunks and everybody in there.
Well, now was
So they
that
booked
the
us
time
and everything else.
with your birthday? Was that your birthday time? And
I
you
don't
had to
remember
stay
that
in on your
birthday.
birthday?
I don't
Because
remember.
Mother said, and my Bob had to stay in there on his birthday. Don't you remember something?
I don't
about
remember
a
the birthday, but I remember that jail sentence.
3 days.
Yeah, 3 days.
After school each day. After school each day, you had to go in.
No. Well, no, they just actually put us in jail for 3 days. It was through the weekend. So I think he missed 1 day of school or something. But he had a chance to let him know what was going on at school or something, whatever it turned out. But these guys, they were always grumping. They said, "Well, I wouldn't drive, and I wouldn't drive."
Come with your excuse to school. I was in jail.
Yeah.
Note from your parole officer.
You said you had the 44?
Yeah.
Well, you was out of school if you had that, didn't you?
Well, I was, yeah, but Sam wasn't.
Oh, they weren't.
No, Frank had been in the service. I'd been in the service, but Sam was a couple, 3 years younger than us. Yeah, but he was still 17.
So they didn't get you for instigating for a minor or something, huh?
Yeah, but wonder they didn't. Yeah.
You'd still be there.
Lucky. You only got 3 days.
Yeah, it could have been 3 years.
Huh? 3 years. Thanks a lot, Jim. I'm gonna call the judge up and remind him.
Yeah, right there. I think you owe.
I'll tell about this guy busting into my privacy with this camera with a red light on.
Where Robinson's at?
That's clear at the other end.
There's a Merwin's.
Yeah, we
You
got
want to go to that
Merwin's, too.
Robinson's or what?
Well, if you want to go to Robinson's, of course, they've got a lot of makeup and things. You want to look at makeup, you said, Tina?
Yeah.
They've got a lot of different, makeup places down at Robinson's.
Oh, I've kind of seen them.
But that is a sight to see the snow on there. Once
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't happen too often. We get that much snow, but it doesn't last too long.
Oh, the Billow Town Center.
Yeah. And so I got a needle and I just tripped to open up the thing and kind of squeeze. I got a little bit, you see if that camera's working again. Well, and anyway, I kind of got it, but it was getting thicker. But something still, but it slowly keeps getting smaller. And I said, well, maybe this time we've got it all. But this has been going on for a year. It's not like those little fatty things. It's something different. Anyways, I don't know, maybe we finally got it. This isn't Brooklyn Avenue anymore, though, Jim. You know, this isn't Brooklyn Avenue anymore.
So this isn't the barrio?
Caesar Chavez?
No, yeah, this is.
Yeah, this is Caesar Chavez.
Yeah, that's what this is.
This is Caesar Chavez Avenue.
Used to
Is
be
he down here at
Brooklyn.
Caesar Chavez? Up here is King Boulevard.
Well, that's what they did with us. And then
Oh,
it used to be
yeah.
Union. Now it's
Yeah.
an Cape
But this was, Brooklyn Avenue for years. Brooklyn Avenue, all of a sudden it's Caesar Chavez now. The murals out there at 29 Palms.
On Payless.
That's Mural City.
Music. Go check out the music there.
Everything's Mexican.
Yeah.
Big Buy Foods.
Tortillas.
Yeah, and Tijuana now.
A little Tijuana here.
Happy anyway.
There's the
Keep their money in
birdie.
the bank.
Wonder if you can see it with glare. Be right there, huh? So
I don't know if we
downtown.
told you, here, I don't know, a month or so ago anyway, maybe a little longer, kids, Kenny, they were gone, and I had to be sitting out there in the chair early in the morning, and I looked out there and I saw a couple of guys coming out of the driveway of the house up the hill next to Kenny's. Now, they don't look familiar. They walked over there and there was several cars parked.
Dad. Dad. Not Jim. Dad.
Casey, let's go. Come on.
They're coming.
Yeah. That became a big deal.
Next line,